Right. So we are still in 1960, and we are back to the Shankar Jaikishan, Shailendra, Raj Kapoor, and of course Mukesh combination with a film called Jis Desh Mein Ganga Behti Hai, which again had some fabulous songs.
Yeah, in fact, Jis Desh Mein Ganga Behti Hai had, I think, about 12 or 13 songs. And there was only one song by Hasrat Jaipuri in that. We often wondered, like Baba gave his best to Raj Kapoor. He never forgot that the one opportunity that brought him out of the rut that he was in was given to him by Raj Kapoor. And he was totally obligated to him. He worked on a salary from Barsat, from the time of Barsat, on a retainership. He got a salary of 500 rupees a month. And regardless of how many songs he wrote, or how many songs Hasrat Jaipuri wrote, both Hasrat Jaipuri and Baba, even Shankar Jaikishan, they got a salary, a monthly salary. Whilst Baba was commanding a big price per song outside, per song, he didn't bat an eyelid giving Raj Kapoor the best. And so when you think of it, I think somewhere the others were Hasrat Jaipuri may have been a little better businessman when he says, okay, yeah, one song for you for 500. But which song are you going to play now?
We're going to play 3 back-to-back songs.
Okay, because there's an anecdote in one of the songs that I would like to mention.
Okay, let's see whether it's there.
Mera naam Raju Gharana naam. The line which sticks out and which stuck out as a sore point to Raj Uncle's mother was Na ye Raj rahe, na ye Raj Gharana. Geet aur Preet ka something rahe. Koi loot sakana, koi ye khazana. Now, Raj Uncle's mother was very upset with Baba, called him and said, what have you written? Na ye Raj rahe, na ye Raj Gharana. Only your songs will live on. So Baba had to explain to her, then Raj Uncle came in and explained to her, it's got nothing to do with me or the Raj Kapoor or the Kapoor family. This has got to do with the princes and the royalties in the country that it's on the way out or is out already.
It was also current affair topics. I mean,
yeah,
it was happening at
that
time.
was it. And after much consoling him, consoling her, then convincing her that it's the right thing and to leave the song as it is, it was allowed to remain.
Right. From those great songs of Jis Desh Mein Ganga Behti Hai to a more funky songs, and as I said, there are many to come. Let's listen to this one first. So that was from a film called Jungli, and that's not the last you're going to see of Helen. She's going to come up very soon again. But the voice
Jungli,
of Suku Suku.
Yeah, the first initial Suku Suku, I think, is Shankarji's voice. The first, someone who introduces it. Are you playing that?
No,
okay.
We are going to play the next one. Yeah, but before that.
The other song, I just want to ask everyone.
Let's play that first. Let's play that
Who
first.
coined it? Did Baba really coin the word Yahoo? Listen to the voice.
मेरे सीने में भी दिल है, मैं भी हूँ आखिर एक इंसान, मुझे पत्थर तो ना समझो.
No,
mix the words. Yeah.
मुझे पत्थर तो ना समझो, मैं हूँ आखिर एक इंसान.
राह मेरी वही जिस पे दुनिया चली.
Now this is supposed to be a Yahoo and a funky song and everything, and suddenly he is talking about मेरे सीने में भी दिल है. है मेरे भी कुछ अरमान, मुझे पत्थर तो ना समझो.
मैं आखिर एक इंसान.
हाँ. So that it just shows that he could not resist going back into his depths. You know, even though he is writing this funky song and it's supposed to be meaningless, jabbering, but it is not.
Right. I mean, from Badi Der Bhai to something like Chahe Koi Mujhe Jangli Kahe, and of course there's lots more to come. So he's pretty much covered the whole gamut. But we are back to romance once again. 1961, a film called Ashik, and from Jangli back to some nice, easygoing romantic songs. Okay, can you identify who's who in this?
Okay.
Probably you can give a description of who all are there in this.
It's a family picture with Mummy, Baba, and the 5 children. On either side of Baba are my 2 older brothers, Hemant, Shelly, Shailendra, and Manoj. On that end is Manoj. Baba, Shelly, then the youngest, Bablu, Dinesh, Mummy, and guess who has the longest hair? Me and my younger sister, Gopa. That's the family.
Right. And you wanted to talk about another picture you had mentioned here, which was playing somewhere. Yeah, this one. Oh, right. Bang on.
When I was hearing this song from Ashik, Tum Jo Hamari Meet Na Hote, somewhere I feel that Baba's romantic songs, the depths came from his love for Mummy. I would not, I could put my money on that Baba was so obsessed with Mummy that she would walk into the room and his expression would change. Like, there was, I have seen that. As a kid, I have seen how much you can sense that love that is coming out from a person's expression. Theirs was a union which was, there's a story behind it. Baba fell in love with Mummy. Mummy came from a better background. Baba was but a poverty-stricken, struggling apprentice. At that time, he had just managed to get the job. And he had the courage. He walked up to my Nanaji in Jhansi and said that he wanted to marry Mummy. And I do not know what came into my Nanaji's mind. And he said yes, which was something that all other relatives were seriously upset about. This must have happened sometime in March. And there was a wedding fixed for 2nd April for Mummy's elder sister, who was getting married to a doctor. And Nanaji said, okay, you want to marry her? On 2nd of April, we'll have the second mandap, and you sit, both the girls will get married. One daughter is getting married to a doctor. The other daughter is getting married to an apprentice who's struggling. He's got nothing. He's got zero. That night, Mummy says that the mandaps were in the angan and relatives, she says, रिश्तेदारों ने पत्थर बरसाए हमारी शादी में कि they were so upset. They said, बाबूजी को लड़की पालना मुश्किल हो रहा था, तो इसको कुएं में ढकेल देते, मर जाती तो अच्छा था, ना इस भिखारी के साथ शादी करते. That was the thing. And Baba felt bad about it. And this is something that Mummy often talked about, that when they moved to Bombay and she came with all her fancy saris and jewelry, etc., he actually told her that I think you should send all this back to your father, because wearing this and walking by my side, I have torn clothes to wear. And if you dress up like this, we will look a total mismatch. So you give it back, and I promise you that I will get you all this. I will try my best to return you to the level you are in, and even more. And he did it. She returned the jewelry, she returned the saris, and he got her more than what her father had ever given or could ever give.
So what are your memories of the most extravagant life that you all had?
Extravagant life. Actually, it's not extravagant. People talk about, my daughter also says that, Mom, you all were spoiled. I said, no, it was not. It's not true. When we went to school, especially the girls, we had the car. We had the school bus. School bus was a backup. We had the car, the driver, the Gurkha. Now, the driver, Baba would never send us alone with the driver because he didn't trust it. So then there was a Gurkha who came in. Okay, now you still can't trust the Gurkha also, because Baba, somewhere in his head, he had fear for his daughters. Then some relative, uncle or cousin or aunt or someone would also sit. And Ria my older daughter who lives in South Delhi, she said, "Oh, Mom, y'all had a very South Delhi lifestyle, going in the car with the nanny and the Gurkha and the driver and escorts galore." I said, that wasn't the case. The thing was that Baba feared for us. He was absolutely, constantly worried about us, about the girls. And sometimes he would come himself to pick us up, drop us. There's another incident, when this film Sapan Suhane, was it? Where Geeta Bali? Yeah. That film was being made, and Geeta Bali would come to our house early hours of the day, before we left for school. On one occasion, she said, she told Mummy and Baba that I'll drop the girls. And so she had a huge car. We had big cars, all right, but this was even bigger. And we didn't know who was dropping us. We just knew that this is an aunt who's dropping us to school. And the senior girls came running around, holding Gopa and me and asking, "How do you know her? How do you know her?" So, "No, she's my aunt." That's it. We don't know her. So it was those kind of incidents that was there in our lives, which we didn't think too much about. We were the only house where the Coke van would come and leave crates of Coke inside the Coca-Cola for us. We had a lifestyle. Which was, I could say, bordering on opulence, but there were strict instructions. Even then, Baba never forgot that from where he came, and he wanted to ensure that we were grounded in that. We had a whole lot of servants in the house. There must have been about 5-6 houseboys and a lady and, walking around in the house. But the children could never ask them कि हमको एक glass पानी दो. We had to do our own work. We had to get our clothes out. We had to do everything. We were escorted everywhere. It seemed like it was a big, rich kind of atmosphere, but in the house it wasn't. We were very simple. We were taught. I was taught to clean, to sweep, to do jhadu pocha, as we call it, as a little child. And I used to wonder why my mother and Baba often teasingly said, "Amla, you better learn how to cook. Please don't experiment on me like your mother has done, or experiment on your husband as your mother has done on me. You will have to learn how to cook. You will have to learn how to keep the house clean and everything right from scratch." So that was the kind of upbringing we had. Though we had 4 cars around, servants, Gurkhas, a big house.
But I guess his values and sensibilities reflected in his life as well as in his music. Let's move on to 1962 with a film called Professor. So that was 1962, Shankar Jaikishan, again Professor. By the time Shammi Kapoor was also quite a big star. You have any memories of these people coming to your house? You mentioned Geeta Bali.
I remember Shammi Kapoor, but I can't exactly speak about that incident. I will tell you about it subsequently. They were all in and out of our house. Raj Kapoor, Shankar Jaikishan, etc. They were always there. It's funny, like we all celebrated our birthdays, and I thought I was the privileged one. 15th October, my birthday was like a big party for the children. And then there was an after party for the grown-ups, which was only on my birthday, never on anyone else's. And much later I discovered it was Shankarji's birthday, so they were having a celebration for him and not for me. It was not an after party for my birthday.
Well, as Galib said, Dil ke khush rakhne ko Galib ye khayal acha hai. But in the same year, 1962 again, there was a film called Sangeet Samrat Tansen. The video might look like it was made in the 40s or 50s, but this was much later. And S.N. Tripathi, one of those well-known music directors with whom Shailendraji worked, this is a lovely song.
There are songs that we hear, and suddenly there is an extra verse that comes up. And this one has an extra verse which is not there in the films and not heard normally, and it's beautiful. एक हुक सी उठी मैं सिमट के रह गया, something आसमां की ओट से, something I can't recollect the words, sorry.
Right. And well, in the same year again, we were talking about that incident which Shailendra ji sent a note to Shankar Jaikishan, which later on became a song. And this was the song. Yeah, so Dattaram.
Dattaram on the drums, Baba right in front singing, Shankarji. And this was the kind of scene, like, you know, that they always, we often attended. As I have mentioned earlier, that Baba was very protective and often took us children along with him. And I have been to the studios, I have been to these music rooms, music sessions where they have, where we as kids would play around and the men would do their work. So it's a fun time, as you can see, that they really enjoyed doing what they were doing.
And well, speaking of some more pensive songs, there was Surat or Sirat, the song that you mentioned. And there was Kanhaiya also, which came around about the same time.
Surat or Sirat, the song that, you know, the words that I have held on to very firmly, and I use it as my my prayer kind of thing, is बहुत दिया देने वाले ने तुझको, आंचल ही न समाए तो क्या कीजिए, बीत गए जैसे ये दिन रहना, बाकी भी कट जाए दुआ कीजिए. And it really, it helps me, and I'm sure it would help all those who have heard it and who hold it dear to them. Those lines are just incredible.
Yes, that's another picture of those two legends together. So that was Surat or Sirat, and the other song was from Kanhaiya.